update on Project Restore of XJ900. Got a new taillight bracket here, which I've already treated with some rust stuff and given a couple of coats of primer. Just need to get some black paint. Across here seems where's the old one rusted through completely. It's the same problem as the old light. Though I couldn't take this off because these bolts are just spinning, so you've got to really take the whole thing off to get that off, but it doesn't matter. I just taped it up and sprayed it, so that's good to go. Back on there. I've touched up that as well because there's a wee bit of rust around about there. This is the old mud guard which has been sawed at the bottom. There's a bit of a bugger getting the old broken bracket off of there because the bolts were seized. So I had to get the grinder in and basically grind these tack welded bolts off in order to get the old bracket off. So that's good, that's at least one thing. Although broken wire to fix for putting the lights back on. You get a nice little air filters for the curbs. Yeah, getting sweet. There's our coils fitted. I was a wee bit annoyed about the coils. They were supposed to be for an XJ900 of this year, but the mount isn't long enough to fit both holes. And it was bullet connectors rather than the block connectors it should be. Wasn't overly bothered about that because the block connectors were dodgy anyway, so I just snipped them and put on some nice little proper bullet connections, so it's fine. I was, and I'll start it in a wee bit, absolutely gobsmacked at the fact that it started, and very easily. I would give it a quick start at the moment. I'll do it a bit later on, but I have no battery, so I have to use my Bandit's battery, which doesn't actually fit in there, so I sort of balance it with my knee and start it. But it's actually running. I was completely gobsmacked that it started, and it started incredibly easy. So next stage is the brakes. I think it's running. So we've done what we need to do to make it go. Now we need to do what it needs. We need to make it stop. This was crashed, which is why it was in the back of the garage. So the fairn's gone. It's completely destroyed. The half fairing and the brake lever's bent. This was seized, unfortunately, when I was trying to move it. The seal's gone, so it's just doing nothing. In hindsight, I should have stripped this apart rather than trying to force it. That's give myself an extra job. But what I'm going to do is take the calipers, which are seized, and hook them up to the back master cylinder, down there somewhere, and get the pistons moving. There's a useful little thing there, a little bottle for the breather, since there's no airbox, since it's these lovely little kiddies all sitting in the back. Too bad they'll be hidden behind the side panels when they go on. So there we go, we're actually making a lot more progress than I thought. I was expecting to have to probably take the engine out. I assumed it would probably be seized, but there you go. I do say these engines are bulletproof, and I believe they actually are.